if there was video assistant referee, just maybe Ghana Nigeria 2000, Nigeria would have won the African Cup of Nations. If there was video assistant referee, the goal Frank Lampard scored against Argentina, maybe that goal would have stood. Just maybe if there was video assistant referee, the goal Didier Drogba scored against Nigeria, that goal would have been chalked up at the Nations Cup. There are several instances you can continue to mention if there was video assistant referee, but it has come to improve the game of football.
Welcome to another episode, and I'm sure you enjoyed all of the fantastic episodes that you've seen in the past, and you need to watch this. My name, Kehinde Idris. You can simply say Mr. Deep because it's way deeper than whatever you think. I'm buzzing because I've got a boss on the show today. Yes, he's my guy. I learned from him, but I will simply say we are all on the same level. But when it's time to respect him, give him his respect. I'm talking of no other who I call Ajibaba. Seun Ajidagba. Seun, it's good to have you here.
Thank you very much. I'm super excited to be here on Measure Sports. I love what we are doing, and the sky is our starting point. This will grow to be one of the best things the world will always crave for, because the caliber of people that come around to talk are highly cerebral. And you said something very instructive. What I simply said is there are three types of leadership. The traditional one, you call it autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. But one of my lecturers then told me, Professor Clement Oluseun, he said the best style of leadership is situational. So situation will determine whether in your marriage, because there are two types. You are not, you can either be at the top, lonely at the top, or you are at the bottom, or you are in the mid table. But in marriages, there is no mid table. So it's either you are topping or you are in relegation. So but situation will determine whether you are topping or you are in relegation. So
and so many times you are in relegation.
For the peace to reign, you have to be in relegation. Because we rise by lifting others.
Oh, so you'll be there to be rising. We rise by lifting others. That's a smart man. And trust me, for those of you who are not married, take that and hold it somewhere, which includes the man I'm about to introduce. Everybody calls him MC Long John. I call it personally Ojeti. John Ojetunde. MC Long John, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, absolute pleasure to be here. And to do this with Seun Ajidagba is amazing. It's been a while we sat down together to discuss sports. I remember back then 2018, 2017, 2018, 2019, I think 2020. I think that was the last time we did something like this together. But I'm so happy to do this with you again, and it's great to see you. Imagine we're neighbors, but we rarely see. Yeah. So I know he's a very busy person.
You don't do MC now. So we know
top class MC. Pan Africa.
First we go help you know go
if you see John billing. Kehinde Idris say so.
Okay.
John, but it's true. Nobody.
So we should change his name from Long John to John Billy.
No, I beg. It's not Billy to
No, Long John Billy.
Yes, that's actually the catch. If I anchor your wedding, obviously, no divorce. Where divorce won't enter, because I go down cook am spiritually before we even do.
It is what it is. Yes, it is. It's a podcast. You just have to, find a relaxed atmosphere. And this guy is, like Seun said, highly cerebral, knows what they are doing, knows what they are saying. And that's why, we always have the best, will I say mouth? Because if I say leg, we don't use leg here. The best head, yes, on this show. Seun, John, let's get into this. It's about VAR. The discussion is growing like every other day. Is VAR here to help? Is VAR here to stay? Is VAR, one of those ideas that will scrap eventually? Is VAR this? Is VAR that? Last season, after the season ended in the English Premier League, Woes cried foul, just like so many teams should. I think Arsenal should also be a part of that. Manchester United even cried at some point. So many clubs. And Wolves, championed that, saying VAR should be eliminated from the English Premier League. And they voted. But like it always is. One comedian said in Nigeria there is no election, it's selection. All the people who were saying VAR this, VAR that, when they did election, it was only Wolves who were standing on this side. The other 19 clubs voted for VAR to stay. That's why this season you're still having VAR. Seun Ajidagba, let me start with you. Video assistant referee. By that catch, video assistant referee. The first time ever that this was getting any discussion was in 2016. Yes, because it came from the idea of tennis. Yes, tennis has been using video assistant referee where you can tell an umpire, hey, check that ball, it didn't touch the line, and then they will go check. We use real time in football. But eventually, it was listening to COVID came and all of that. And then, it eventually saw the daylight in football. Seun Ajidagba is being a big plus.
Absolutely. Technology continues to improve various aspects of life. And one of such is football. I must say that if there was video assistant referee, just maybe Ghana Nigeria 2000, Nigeria would have won the African Cup of Nations. If there was video assistant referee, the goal Frank Lampard scored against Argentina, maybe that goal would have stood. Just maybe if there was video assistant referee, the goal Didier Drogba scored against Nigeria, that goal would have been chalked off at the Nations Cup. There are several instances you can continue to mention if there was video assistant referee, but it has come to improve the game of football. You made mention of something very instructive. We also use them in cricket. In cricket, we call them the third umpire, because in cricket you have two umpires, the main umpire and the square leg umpire. But what the main umpire and the square leg umpire cannot see, they refer to the third umpire, who shows it on the big screen because the person has a better view than the two umpires. They also use it in tennis. They call that one the Hawkeye. They see better than the chair umpire and the line umpire sometimes. So he helps in decision making. And coming into football, it has also helped in decision making. And I give you an instance. Prior to the advent of video assistant referee, in terms of accuracy in decision, yes, we all go to school and we all know that 40 is pass, between 40 to 50 is C, then we have B 60 to 69, and then A is 70 to 100. Before then, pre-VAR, in terms of accuracy, it was 84%. Yes, you want to say it's on the A.
Strong A.
Yes, A. But immediately VAR assistant referee came, in terms of accuracy in decision making, it rose to 95.
Wow.
And that's on
that's
the
almost perfect.
Yes. You might say, some person will tell you, we are getting delayed in decision making, but delay, like we always say in the popular aphorism, will never be denied.
Yeah.
Because if there was that assistant referee, France would have qualified for the World Cup that they qualified with Thierry Henry against Ireland using his hand. And the revered of blessed memory, Diego Armando Maradona, the goal is scored in 1986. Maybe that goal wouldn't have stood.
John Ojetunde, the video assistant referee is not here to compete or do whatever. He's just here to help. And for me, since he came in, it's been massive help. You've got the three, VAR referees, to look again. While they allow game to go on, it might be 2-3 minutes and then they call you back. It's been a technology, it's been a development in technology that have given thumbs up. What's your take on that?
Of course, we know that technology is here to help, because if you build a technology to help something, so what it does is it helps to improve whether the capacity, or it helps to improve what has been there before. Because he talked about, he gave us the statistics, which is he said 84%. So which is a very strong data, just like you mentioned. And
with VAR it became 95.
Yes, in fact 96.
Yeah.
With VAR it became 96. So it tells you that the technology has helped refereeing decisions and decisions of the referee. They've been able to take more accurate decisions, especially in the Premier League. We saw what happened in the AFCON. That's actually
applauded.
I applauded what happened. What happened? Even Jose Mourinho too said that what happened in AFCON, he has never seen in any of the leagues in the world. VAR helped decision making was so prompt, it was easier, and those decisions were taken as fast as they can. And we didn't see all of these controversies. Yeah, it was apt, that's the word. We didn't see all of these controversies in the AFCON. But if you have to take VAR to some other leagues of the world, I mean, it came to a lot of controversies.
Seun Ajidagba.
Yeah, of course, it came to a lot of, caused a lot of controversy, where, of course, this is actually general. The spontaneity of the sports has been reduced to almost nothing. When I mean spontaneity, in terms of fans, having to celebrate goals and the goal has been chopped offside, or I mean, they are waiting for the VAR to see, if the goal will stand or not. Then the fans are celebrated in the spontaneity of that moment where the goal came in. Everybody started shouting and screaming. Then it's the turn of the VAR, and the entire excitement is down, and everybody is waiting. So what happens when the goal is being counted? The celebration won't be. Can't be compared to when it happened.
Initial.
So they took a statistics. Not this. Let me just say that during COVID, they did a data collection process was done. So they sent it to different fans, especially in England, and they discovered that a lot of the English fans, complained about the fact that VAR is not really helping the fans. That's what they use. It's not really helping the fans for the fact that the games, especially when you're checking the videos, it's taking too long. And at the end of the day, it looks like the fans are looking very frustrated and gutted about even some of the decisions that come out, of the VAR. So for me, that part needs to be worked on. Spontaneity, and also ensuring that checks don't stay too long. And thirdly, VAR checks need to, for posterity and also for integrity's sake, it needs to be, it needs to be done publicly. There should be a screen showing that, okay, this is a decision taken, this decision of the VAR after checks have been complete, just like they did in the Women's World Cup, the recent Women's World Cup. Every decision, the referee will come out and say it, or it's been displayed, on the board. But in certain leagues of the world, in England, so they don't do it. You see, the referees are now even the center of attraction. And I say it, any league of the world where the referee is always center of attraction, there's something wrong with it. In England, in fact, according to stats, Kenny, they said that there are 17 instances last season where VAR didn't intervene, and they were supposed to intervene. And decisions led to about 20 errors last season, and that was even midway to the season. I'm telling you, so fine, VAR has come to help, fine, VAR has come to stay, but there are gray areas that needs to be sorted.
I was talking about the Frank Lampard goal. That one was what started first before we came about the video assistant referee, and that's goal line technology, and that's much seamless and much easier because the ball is 22 centimeters in circumference, and once the entire 22 centimeters circumference of the ball crosses the line, then it rings on the wristlet of the referee, and that shows that the ball has gone in. Now, John said something very instructive. Let's not forget that the video assistant referee is an object that is still controlled by human beings, and human beings can never attain perfection. Only our creator can give you perfection. And so there will be some teething problems here and there, but looking at it from a broader view, you find out that what it has done in helping referees take better decisions, it has also created excitement. The excitement you are talking about, why John is talking about team A is playing team B, team A scores team B, and then there's jubilation everywhere, and referee receives a call via the video assistant referee to go and check and take a decision. There is dead silence everywhere. What will it be? So I like the fact that the referee takes his time, or takes her time, to do due diligence. Underline that word, due diligence, in making a decision, because that decision can actually make or mar a team. And so when you now go there and you, if you like, spend 10 minutes, but at the end of the day, ensure that you cross the T and then dot the I's. What the VAR assistant referee has also done is that it has come like a big brother effect to the center referee, and I use that word carefully, big brother, in saying that players are now being controlled or checkmated. Before, in the box, you see talking of shirts, elbows flying around and all that. If the referee misses it,
real time,
they will call on the referee to say so and so incident happened, go and check and see what your decision will be, because what they always tell them is the decision is yours because you take full responsibility as center referee. So that has also helped in curtailing the excesses of some of these players who can be overbearing on the field of play. So in all, I think for me it has done excellently well. And I give you an instance. In the English Premier League in 2019-2020, they had correct decisions for everything, be it penalties and all those accurate decisions. It was 109. And in 2020-2021, he rose from 109 to 120 in terms of accurate decisions in all phases, be it penalty, be it mistaken identity or something. So for me, I think it's fantastic.
For me, I think it's fantastic. But John Ojetunde, you already toying in line that VAR has also come with its share of controversies. Like we mentioned, at the AFCON, it was almost, almost perfect. Nothing is perfect as long as humans are involved. But we've also seen serious cases in some leagues, in some competition, where VAR has not come to help. Is it a case of because there are humans involved in this, or this is life, nothing will ever be perfect?
Yes, I agree. I mean, there's no perfect person, there's no perfect technology, there's no perfect human being on earth. But what I look out for is ability to improve whatever you're doing. Because in the first place, when the VAR came, I mean, of course, you have to evaluate whatever you're doing. The VAR served its purpose for one season. Then they did an evaluation and they discovered some of these nuances that I had mentioned earlier, which is, taking time and instances where VAR decided to just overlook and allow play to continue. And in fact, the referee just took a decision and that was it. I told you 17 instances where VAR decided not to intervene. And in cases like that, these were calls where VARs were supposed to call the center and say, this is the decision, please look at it and take your own decision. Whatever you decide, it's your call. Like Seun mentioned, it's the referee's call. The machine does not control the human. The machine only helps the human to make better decisions. In fact, informed decisions. That's exactly what the machine has done. But with some of the things I mentioned earlier, it has also found a way to slow down the game. Haven't you noticed, Kenny, that now the number of minutes, especially in the second half, has increased over time? The number of minutes. When we didn't have the VAR,
started from Qatar.
When we didn't have the VAR, we didn't have this number of minutes in the second half where teams now even play up to 101 minutes.
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
105 minutes.
Yes, and for example, we've seen games where leagues where they say 12 minutes, 13 minutes. Of course, there could be some instances, but it didn't warrant them to have that amount of time. There could be some instances that have warranted that, okay, the referee is giving extra 3-4 minutes, but you're not having maybe 7, 10, 11 minutes. And these were some of the complaints that fans and even club administrators had laid to the Premier League. So it has its own nuances, and we can't deny that. We've seen cases whereby normally calls that the referee is even supposed to take back and blow his whistle. You discover that the referee isn't saying anything, and the video assistant referee also decides to look away. Would you blame the video assistant referee at that time? Yes, it's their job to what the referee cannot see. It's the job of the video assistant referee or those who in the VAR to call the referee to say, check this thing properly. And we can't continue to do. See, they have to find a way to improve this system. They have to find a way to improve the technology. That's my point. Okay. VAR has come to stay. There's nothing we can do about it. But how come in the last in the last 3 seasons, it seems we're having the same thing over and over again?
Seun Ajidagba, that brings me to probably we're already pressed for time on the home stretch. Is there still that space to give VAR more time to get perfected? Don't you think from 2020, say roughly fully 2021, VAR has gotten enough time to be judged based on that period? Or do you still, or are you of the opinion that VAR should still be given more time? Maybe some 3, 4, 5 more years for them to get to perfect, the VAR application.
Let me re-echo my thought to say that only our creator can attain perfection. We only try, like I always tell people, there's no English like practice make perfect. You can never be perfect. With constant practice, you try to get near perfection. Only our creator can attain perfection. But for going to 5 years is too long a time. I'm not a proponent of mathematics, but when you say 365 times 4 or times 5, you know how many days that is. It's too long a day for you not to understand what you are doing. And John encapsulated my thoughts. One, having wasted so much time and not giving us the on time and the real time that the game gives us those days. The excitement has been taken away because our life now is in the hands of the center referee and by extension the video assistant referee. Because look at now, we're having a podcast recorded. The camera couldn't have recorded us. Somebody's controlling that camera. So if the person controlling the camera controls it badly, we are going to have a bad production. But because the person is handling the camera and is handling it very well, that's why we are having this good production as Mesh View Sport. Now, the sad part is you cannot intuitively use your sense as a referee to take decisions. You are relying on technology, whereas you are supposed to be the one controlling technology. Technology is now controlling you to say do this, do that, and at the end of the day we still get it wrong. So we are wasting too much time. There is over-reliance on technology and you are not still even getting it right. I remember Jose Mourinho when he was still the coach of Tottenham Hotspur. There was a game they lost against Sheffield United. They lost 3-0, but Harry Kane had got a good goal to have made it 1-1, but they chopped it off and that game eventually became 3-0. That would have been a game changer if that game had been 1-1. After the game, he said, Jose, what can he say? He said, I don't want to say anything. Interviewer, Jose, what can I say? He said, I don't want to say something and now get punished. And he said, please say something. He said, the center referee is at where the video assistant referee is. The video assistant referee is on the field controlling things because they see better and they fail to do the right thing. So it has even cost some things. You know how many teams have lost points where you find on a Monday after a weekend, Arsenal, one of the biggest recipient of this bad decision, and Demo Gallagher, the head of referees in England, is coming out to come and apologize. And I'm like, what apology?
Okay, Klopp said last season, don't apologize. Let us play the game again. What
apology do you want to do? Did it have been done? You are not going to change the results. The only thing you can do is to demote the referee. But it doesn't still change the results.
So remember the goal Luis Diaz scored against I can't remember the team now. Was it Crystal Palace? I can't remember.
I think that was Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, yes, against Tottenham. That's the game. And after the game, you talked about Jurgen Klopp, saying that let's replay the game. And
don't apologize.
You've taken a point that could have made me win the league, or a point that probably made me get out of relegation. So I always say one thing, and this has always been my mantra: experience is not the best teacher. Never. But an evaluated experience is actually the best. An experience that you've evaluated over time and you've seen because truth is that you can have an experience and say, I have experience in this. And in fact, you are still doing the same thing because you thought that you had got it right. No, but you do evaluate that
lecturers in Nigeria. Sorry. You said what?
In life, when you are not informed, you'll be deformed. You learn so that you want to earn. I always tell even my students when I'm teaching them, experience is never the best teacher. Experience is the worst teacher because you must have learned your lesson before you now have the experience. And I've always told people that there are some aphorism that needs to be banished. And one of such is there are two sides to a coin. There are never two sides to a coin. There are three sides to a coin. Why am I saying this? If myself and John have an issue and you wade into the matter to say, Seun and John, why are the two of you fighting? When Seun is laying his own side of the story, I'll say it to suit me. When John is saying his, he says it to suit him, but the truth is standing. And that's the third side.
That's the third side. Wow. That's some lesson. I've just been schooled by both Seun and also John. I thought John.
No, we all learn every day.
Yeah,
we all learn
John is young.
Yeah,
Also,
just recently somebody just told me there's nothing like 3 square meal. You know, I used to
in
3
this
square
area,
meal.
in this region.
No. There's not like 3 square
Yeah,
meal.
we use
Because
the word
3 cannot be square.
Yeah.
3 is triangular.
Okay. I heard it on a podcast too. Maybe we'll quickly do our home voting here.
Yeah.
VAR to stay, VAR to go in football. If you're for VAR staying, like if you have the powers to abolish VAR, if VAR is to go, let me see here.
Okay. VAR to stay, but referee, if you don't get it, I'm annoying.
How about you?
Well, VAR to stay, but the referees are still my concern. Yeah.
So I'm annoying on one of people.
No, Emmanuel, just demoted.
Okay, VAR to stay, but referees, you'll get the beating in the words of Seun Ajidagba, that if you do not get decisions right, then you will be on the bashing side. When it means bashing, it does not mean physical. It means probably tongue lash and all of that, which I've seen fans, they've cried, they've been sad, they've been bitter because of their decision that didn't go their way. But I've also seen cases where fans have been elated. Fans have thought they've lost all points because of VAR. Because of VAR, they now discover that they are still in the running. Hey, in life, they say always, it will never always be on your own side. So you get some that will favor you and some will favor you. And that's why it is life. Get to enjoy it whichever way it comes to you. I had an amazing time with these guys. But like time is, when you're having fun, it flies. And time has flown by and we have to say our goodbyes. Seun Ajidagba, thank you so much for lessons learned from the past and also the ones you've schooled me now.
Like I always say, time is the greatest defender.
Yeah.
Not even a Kylian Mbappe. And then in Ireland, Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo can get past.
If they are put together.
All of them combined, they form Voltron.
John Ojetunde, thank you so much also.
Yeah, great to be here. Thank you.
Great to be here, as cool as ever. And yes, if you're looking for words, Seun Ajidagba have got words like it is never running out of fashion. I had fun, really enjoyed myself as much as I also learned, on the show. My name remains Kehinde Idris, Mr. Deep, you can simply call it. Still Meshville Sports. I told you at the start, continue to have fun with us because it's always fun, feel educative, entertaining, and, we're here always to have your back. Till we see you another time. Bye-bye.